Identify quite a lot with my hometown, like kind of my local, where I grew up and the people that I grew up with.
For me, identity is more defined by like someone's interest or like their passion.
The identity is not necessarily fixed.
It's not a fixed thing, your identity, I think, and what you eat, what you do, how do you spend your time, what kind of heritage you have.
I'd say it's probably just split into two. So like your biology or like your family heritage, and then your built up environment and your peer groups.
I totally think it's down to heritage, 100%, because like my mum's from Ireland and my dad's from Australia, so I don't have any heritage ties to England at all. So yeah, like in terms of identity, it's sort of a really difficult sort of thing in my own head to sort of describe.
Well,
It's quite hard to sort of say. I don't know, it's difficult.
I guess like
Yes, it's hard to tell, even because
Well, I'd probably just say white English, just because like, yeah, I don't have any other, yeah.
you kind of have to define us. I think identity is about what how people see you. So I have to define myself as a white person, and maybe that kind of transcends to being English.
White English is a definition. It's not necessarily like what I would define myself as if it was like, but it's a it's a box ticking sort of standardized method of putting people in different categories. And I'd say white English on any form that I'm asking.
every time I fill a form in, it's white British.
On a form, I put white British because I've lived here and grown up here and I have the accent and everything.
I don't necessarily think there is one thing as a white Italian in Italy. Imagine Italy being a very long and diverse country. So if you're from the south, you're really almost African. If you're from the north, you're almost German. Even just geographic-wise, it's pretty hard to think about one single standard white Italian.
Um,
I don't know, it's just never been, nothing I've put too much thought into.
I guess it means a level of political and social responsibility that kind of exists from a lot of problems we have in the world, structural imbalances and structural kind of historical privilege.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't really say like it's what defines me at all.
As someone who's white British, you obviously have it like quite easy. Like that's no one identifies as it really because it might be considered like the norm. Whereas like if you're a different nationality, say like Asian, black or whatever, you might feel like that identifies you more.
I get a lot of shit from my mates every time I mention Ireland because they're like, oh no, you're not Irish, like shut up. And it's like, if I had a different skin colour, they wouldn't be saying that. Another one of my mates, she's Indian. Her dad's from India, but her mum's from England. Yeah, so she'll wear a sari and things on like celebration stuff, and she's like, not the Indian one, but they'll like refer to her as Indian. Yeah, she has more ties to England than I do, but because I'm white, I'm English. So it's a kind of weird double standard that, yeah, it's a bit weird.
Let's say usually I'm surrounded by a white majority, so it's something that it's not even a big news being white. But I've been conscious of that. Like one time in Paris where I was like walking in a predominantly black area, I felt like, okay, this is a strange feeling. But yeah, that in that specific case, I was aware of it. I was aware of the fact that I was like different because of my skin color.
So for me, it's quite conflictual, really. Kind of still struggling with that one myself, and maybe in 40, 50 years, I'll be able to justify that a bit more.